Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I am starting it a little bit early just so that I could say hi to everyone and not necessarily rush through our announcements as I tend to do every single time we stream. Tonight is not our normal night for streaming here at the NAT30s. Let me fix my camera shaking here. It's not going to work, is it? But because tomorrow is Halloween and we have small children, we decided to play on Friday instead of actual Halloween, although I doubt any of us are actually going out or bringing our children anywhere, just to be on the safe side where we're doing our stream tonight. So thank you for joining us. It is the end of October, which means the end of our gift sub thank yous. So we're going to say thank you to NAT30s, who is both our top cheerer and our top gifter this month. NAT30s will be getting a gift card to Normal Human Dice, which is actually a partner here that we have in Massachusetts that is working on our custom dice that we have coming soon with a 30 instead of a 20. I'm very excited for it. Also with the code NAT30, you can get 10% off. So although NAT30s is going to get a $25 gift card to them, you can also get a little something just for watching our stream. We also have a great partnership with the Armory in Fairhaven, Tabletop Games in Westport, and New England Comics in New Bedford. Hey Thorium, nice to see you. Happy Hallows Eve? Is it Eve? I think so. Halloween Eve. If you are a local who's watching us, you can get the word of the week, which I will share in a moment. Oh my god.
Hello.
Lauren has joined us, or sorry, Abaddon has joined us, and it freaks me the fuck out. So
Don't make me laugh.
What are you gonna keep a straight face the whole time? So I was just getting through our announcements. Holy shit, scared the shit out of me. We will reveal you in a moment. So if you can see her from there, huh? He sees you. It looks great. It looks
Thanks.
Great. So if you're a local watching our stream right now, you can get the word of the week, which we will say together. Devil's Night is the day before Halloween, the day after is All Saints Day, and then All Souls Day. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. I learned something new. Devil's Night. Well, we have a devil looking at me from the other screen right now. So word of the week. You can hop over to any of the three I just mentioned, the Armory, Tabletop Games, or New England Comics, and enter into the weekly prize. And I do not know how many people are doing this right now, so your chances are probably pretty good of winning. Yeah, message well, I'm just getting the announcements out of the way before everybody gets on. That's another thing I have to say. Oh, Wormwood Gaming is also local to us in Taunton, and we have a code that you can work with them. NAT30 again gets you domestic shipping for free if you use that. So throwing that out there as well. Actually, and then of course we have joined the Compound, which is a South Coast Mass collaborative grouping here. All of these partners, we have the Compound itself, which is a Twitch stream. You should jump over and follow. The Brush Republic, which you can go to their Instagram, and that leads to their website. And they've been painting our minis that we purchased from Hero Forge. Fusion Forge 3D Printing printed the minis for us, and Moral 3D Prints, another 3D printer who's been really active in our chat, and we appreciate that. and Counterclockwise, who plays card games on the YouTube. So, do I have any other announcements? So tonight is our game. Tomorrow we're taking the night off. Let's see. On Tuesday we'll be continuing. Hey, William. Yeah, it's a little spoopy. I'm trying. It could be worse.
It looks great.
It was very simple. Not like what you have got going on right now. I was afraid to, like, do anything crazy because then if Ben saw me, he'd freak out. So I had to make it quick and, like, painless. Thanks, William. It's just a hoodie that I wear regularly in black eyeshadow on my half of my face. But I appreciate it. William, are you wearing a costume tomorrow? Are you going trick-or-treating? I know you're a big boy at 23 years old, but... And that bum, though. And Thorium, are you going trick-or-treating as well? I don't know how old you are, but I'm going to assume you're older than 13. Yeah, we're not going anywhere. But even if there was no pandemic, that would not change. Yeah, I'm oldish too. Thanks. Thanks, William. Lauren's sitting there staring at me on the other screen.
I'm just trying to freak you out. And I can't smile.
Why?
Because the paint is like glue. It's some cheap ass face paint. It like hurts.
Oh.
Which is gonna be tough because Abaddon's a lot of hype.
William, you're 24. When did you turn 24? I missed it. No sidewalk and light. Yeah, our street has no light at all, so it's kind of, huh? Yeah, but not all the way down this very creepy long thing.
Light here and light down the other.
Right, so kids don't typically walk through this like black as night
Kids.
area. So we don't get a lot of kids. Oh, that's good. We have candy we're going to hide around the house tonight, I think, if we took the candy out of the room before Malcolm fell asleep. Huh? Oh, well. We should.
Said something about outside. I know we're going to hide it tomorrow.
No, it snowed. Well, we'll see if it wakes up the kid now. On the 21st. Happy birthday. I missed it, and I am sorry. I'm a bad internet friend. 24. Do you remember 24, Abaddon?
Oh, dear.
I actually don't think I remember what happened when I was 24. At all. I might have been... What year was that? That's probably a better question.
I would need like a timeline of my life to figure out what I was doing. Like, I'd have to go back year by year.
I think that was 2000 and... Hold on.
I think I could safely say that I was doing something stupid.
Yeah.
Because I was a moron.
Well, everybody's a moron.
And now
at
look
24.
at me.
Sorry, William. Oh, I see, William. Okay, then I'm a good internet friend because you did not tell anybody. Thorium, do you have one of those candy shoots? And Micaiah is not here tonight, unfortunately. We're gonna have to continue on without her tonight, and hopefully she'll be back on Tuesday. Sorry, William, did you have a surprise for her? Last year, digitally archived tax returns. Oh. Last year, Thorium digitally archived his tax returns for a solid 15 years. That was a trip down memory lane. Yeah. And when I was 24, I was definitely a waitress at the time. So I had that going for me, which was nice. So we're still waiting. I can switch over to the other screen, but I kind of want to wait for the others so that everybody can be revealed other than me.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, Erdnot is still putting on his stuff. Oh, William has enough for a serenade. I would say that we could do it in her stead, but I'm not gonna attend.
Oh, no.
That would be a good
must
idea.
wait.
It has to wait.
Not that you couldn't do it, Izzy, but
oh no, I definitely could not.
It's specifically for our Micaiah.
Yeah, I cannot play guitar. I mean, I can try. So by the way, everybody, we have changed things up a little bit. So if you go down into our About Us thing, you can see how we have updated our critties. Now we're doing monthly giveaways, and you can enter as many times as you want in order to win. You just have to spend some critties to do it, which is, not too bad, because I did the math, and we actually end up streaming about 50 hours a month or more, maybe 55 hours. So there's plenty of time to gather up your critties. You can also spend your crits and arrows, which you can gather up by doing the brawls and the battles while we're playing, and you can buy extra tickets with those crits and arrows. So anybody who's watching tonight can start to enter for next month, and we are going to be giving away, because we're only going to be doing once a month, the prizes are going to be a little bit bigger. So we're going to do Icewind Dale, either a hard copy or a digital copy, and then a bunch of extra stuff, depending on what people would like. If you get the digital copy, then we'll just send you all of our extra stuff on the side. And there might be some other things that go along with it too, but we'll be giving those away at the end of each month. And as always, our top gifters and cheerers get a gift card, and for now, it's going to be to Normal Human Dice, Normal Human Designs. I keep calling them Normal Human Dice. Normal Human Designs, who is making our custom NAT30 dice that we will be getting fairly soon. It takes a while to cure them, so I'm expecting sometime next month. What else do we have? Everybody's getting their costumes on. As I mentioned, we're down in Micaiah, but everybody else should be here. So Thorium, oh, you scanned your paper copies and encrypted them. Going back 15 years, that's dedication.
Holy cow.
Typically they only ask for 7, but we all know that, when the IRS, I have nothing against the IRS. I work closely with their criminal investigations division. I was about to say hi to somebody on here, not that she watches, but I'm not going to say her name. But we all know that they go after the people who have only a little bit of money when they do their audits. So I don't blame you. And I mean a little bit of money compared to billionaires, not, the average folk. So I don't blame you for just keeping 15 years worth, because you never know. Keep written and electronic copies. Oh, yeah. So, William, are you starting to stream over with Lord Nikto on the reg, by the way? I have joined a couple of games, like the Phasmophobia games, but not had a chance to play Among Us yet. Oops. Sorry, super quiet.
My cat's scared of me.
You're gonna have to turn that frown upside down. pretend. So I'll do a recap, but you were not here when we played last, so
No, which would be perfect.
yeah, I don't think I have up where you guys are at the moment. I think it's the landing page.
Did Avedon do anything silly I should know about?
Nope. She just followed. She just followed quietly, which was not very like her, but not too much happened.
Clearly there were no cute critters along the way.
No, not yet.
Ooh, I like how you say that.
Oh, William, I noticed that you hadn't been streaming. Did you lose internets? I've been very busy at work, so I probably would end up lurking anyway during the day, whereas a few months ago I could actually like watch people's streams when they, like Fires of Atheline is usually up around like 2 p.m. and that's just the worst time for me in terms of actually watching other people stream, because that's when all my like panicked phone calls from different departments saying that they need stuff done within the next 2 hours come in. Another thing that we still have every time is that you can roll them dice, and we can hydrate, of course, as we all know. And that one's only 350 critties. And actually, I think I have added some bots so that you can roll dice on your own if you don't want to have somebody else do it. Okay, I got scared for a moment. I thought the Micaiah's serenade was not there. That one's good. We've got Vidania. This is going to be our most popular stream. You guys should just dress up every time. Your current $20 phone is barely capable of running. Oh, I see. Gotcha. Well, there's always the Nikto. Did you ever work with this guy at the IRS? Hold on, let me click on it. It's gonna be. No, I only worked with this one woman so far, but if I run into him, but he's retired, it says, so I probably won't run into this guy. Erwin R. Shyster. He debuted a couple of years before I was born. That is ridiculous. I don't even think I can share this on my screen. I did not work. I have never worked with the 90s wrestler IRS. Although back, he probably doesn't look like this now, but if he did, I'd probably want to work with him. Well, William, I mean, he's already done so much for you, but you do so much for him as well. I see your subs. I'm sure he would be more than happy to help you in whatever way you needed, of course. Of course. So I have a feeling all the rest of, so we've got Vidania and we have Avedon so far, and they went all out. Erdnot's still putting on his stuff. And he also went just what else can I say? We've got Tuesday we'll continue. Monday, I think I'm still going to be doing DM prep. What I'm going to try to do, I think, on Thursdays if we don't have a one-shot already planned, is to try to showcase our partners, including like Fusion Forge 3D printing and Brush Republic and some of our partners there that we're working with, because they do great work, and I never really get to show it because we kind of just play the game, which is fine, of course, but they have done so much for us. So I want to make sure that I spread the word on all of the wonderful partnerships that we do have going on. As I said, you can do exclamation brawl, exclamation battle.
Don't laugh at me.
I'm not laughing. And get more of the crits and arrows, which you can use to purchase extra tickets. No, it doesn't pick up white noise. Also, again, if you scroll down to our About Us, it tells you a little bit more about the different things that we're doing in terms of the donations and pancreatic cancer donations. Of course, our monthly giveaway, which, as I mentioned, is Icewind Dale, either a digital or a hard copy. And of course, our merch store, which we have our Tits and Arrows t-shirt is up. And I highly recommend it. We have some stickers made of it. I'm just like stalling while all of the players get in here, or all the ones that we're going to have tonight. If you have not already seen it on our YouTube, we have yesterday's session, last night's session, where we finished our one shot with Chris, who is Vidania's other half, Kevin, who is Abaddon's other half, and then Fires of Atheline and Ark Survivor. They completed the King Under the Hill, which is a one-shot tiny adventure that was written by the peeps over at vttassets.com. It was really well done, super easy to DM, and it was really fun. And they got through it. They survived. Spoiler alert, too late, I already said it. They did a great job. It was Chris and Kevin's first time playing D&D. Can you hear us? Danya's having audio issues. Can you hear me? Nope, doesn't look like it. But yeah, they did a great job, and I will probably not run that one for the players because they have already seen everything that needs to be done in it. But I do recommend it is for Foundry Virtual Tabletop, which is another one that I forgot to mention here. Oh, hello? I can hear you. Can you hear me? Still can't hear me though. I can hear you.
You can hear me? I can't hear you.
So we use Foundry Virtual Tabletop for our tabletop virtually. A good friend of mine who operates 3 separate businesses, tax guy, was doing a lot of sketchy shit with his numbers. Dude killed himself when the FBI came after him. Yeah, so interestingly, without giving any details, of course, friend got audited since his record showed him $0. He currently is paying off $100,000. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah, the IRS will go after small time. Hi.
Hi. I was trying to figure it out so I wouldn't have to wear my headphones.
Oh, I see. Well, I have this live right now, but they can't see you yet because I wanted to reveal after.
You have to make Vidania stand up to show her full costume.
I can't stand all the way up. I have like my sweatpants pulled up to my boobs, basically.
It's a cozy night. Cozy night.
Yeah.
I'm freezing though, so this will only last a little while. I'm like shaking.
Well, you could put something on. You
All
could
right,
put
well,
some...
she wins. Game over. I mean, goddamn.
Oh my god, I
Birdie.
like your beard.
You look great.
This is a $20 costume.
That's good.
Nice.
We're getting there, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. We've got 3 players out of 5 that we'll have tonight. So William, yes, I worked on a pretty interesting case several years ago, and again, I won't give any details because I can't, but long story short, we got some tips on a guy who was doing taxes for people, but the tip that we got was basically that he was targeting veterans and Haitian immigrants and others who did not speak English very well. He would have them come in, he would talk to them for 3.5 seconds, fill out a bunch of paperwork for them, and then they would end up getting a crazy, ridiculous amount of money back. He would charge them $150 to sit there for 3 minutes while he made up a bunch of shit, submitted it, and people were getting like $13,000 back when they maybe made that for the whole year. He was just made up everything. So we got this tip on that. Ended up reaching out to law enforcement in various degrees. We had local, state, and federal all come in to talk to our group at the time, and then gave them everything that we knew because that's our job. And maybe it took several months, but good. Probably 8 months to a year later, we see in the news that his place had been raided. He got arrested. This was probably his 3rd time getting arrested, though. I think he ended up spending like 36 months in jail, maybe 48, and probably got out in like half the amount of time for good behavior because he was an ex-cop. So it was a very interesting case. It was super crazy to see all the stuff he was doing, but he had the connections so that he could just be out there doing it again. But we get to see some pretty interesting stuff. His father was audited as well, but fortunately he was only fined a couple thousand. Pretty much like farmers that I know who get audited, and I believe this happened to my grandfather as well, you end up like owing money. Somehow they find something and they
did to us.
Yeah. They always
We've
do.
been audited like 3 times.
Yeah, I don't think there's a farmer that I know who's been audited and walked away like without having to pay something. So.
Ridiculous.
But that's how they do. You put a sweatshirt on now while you're waiting.
No doubt.
Did any of his clients get fined?
Stay cold.
That I don't know. I feel like this was a long time ago, and I was too young to get the deets on any kind of outcome to the audit. But I remember it happening, and I remember the family being upset about it because they had to owe money of some kind. And my family farm has never and still continues not to be lucrative in any fashion. It's a money sink, essentially. All right.
I don't know what's taking Roy so
Beer
long.
and a straw.
Yeah, I can't drink from my drink because I'm getting
get
hair
one
in
real
my
quick.
mouth.
I can't move my face that much.
I can't move off screen.
Wait, are you wearing no pants too?
No pants.
No pants.
I have pants. My ear.
Nope.
Farmers are the only people who buy at retail and sell at wholesale and pay the shipping.
I'll stick these
Sounds
on
about
top.
right. Sounds about right, William. My family owned a horse farm, or owns, I guess, a horse farm. So it wasn't so much veggies or anything. It was horses and cows, or at least like for my growing up time. I think it might have been chickens and rabbits and sheep before that. And now they rent space off of it, and there's a farmer growing veggies and stuff on it. We'll get there.
I lost an ear.
Uh-oh. I want to do a grand reveal, but the other two are taking a little while.
Yeah.
They're gonna be the cutest.
Well, I don't know what's taking Roy so long because all he has to do is put on half his King Richard's Fair costume. And I know.
I don't know.
And like,
I saw that outfit. I was like, how's that boy gonna choose?
well, that's all part of the same outfit. But he should not have to wear the whole thing. Like if he comes on like with his like full
Here it comes.
armor pieces, is he gonna? Let's see what he. I'll stop. No, I'm not. I'm gonna keep talking shit about him because that's what.
Don't stop.
I heard. What are you saying about my stuff? You
I'm
asked
saying
me?
it's taking you too damn long for only having to put on half of it.
Oh, it isn't. Leave me alone.
All right,
And
we've
now
got one more.
Pat's gonna come like we're not even gonna recognize him. Actually, he's gonna pop up
Holy
behind
shit,
me.
is Danya got a pixelated? She
Shut your mouth.
Take it
Your
off.
mouth.
When are you gonna put cattle back out on the farm? So William, I have a feeling. So yeah, I don't think the farm is gonna have cattle, maybe ever, because we don't have anybody. My grandfather was the one who like farmed, and although he had 5 kids, none of them ended up really being on the farm, and the one who did is kind of not doing great right now. So, and there's
He
no
was like,
kids.
He's like a farmer that produced like a bunch of like engineers and scientists. So it's like
Yes, yeah.
He didn't produce farm hands.
Right. All of my aunts and uncles and my dad ended up going like elsewhere. Medical supply, design. My uncle worked for Valve and Microsoft and whatnot for a while. There's microbiologists, nurses, and my dad was a journalist and a captain in the army, so just no farmers ended up coming of it. So yeah, I don't think we'll probably have a farm for very much longer, honestly. It'll probably get sold. There's just nobody there to take care of it. So yeah.
Do you want it?
Huh?
I'm asking him if he wants it.
Oh. William, you want to move to Massachusetts and come farm instead of Illinois, where farming
makes
is
sense.
probably-
Ah, there he is.
There he is.
Man.
All
Xander
right.
Huntsman has joined the chat.
Buddy.
Okay, I'm gonna switch over to the player screens so that you can.
Like grumpy face.
Do you
So
not
that
have
we can-
Micaiah tonight?
No,
Yeah,
no
where's
Micaiah. No,
Ah.
unfortunately, there's no Micaiah tonight. I'm gonna switch over to the screens and do the grand reveal here.
We all, as we wear our headsets.
I know.
Yeah,
It was funny, I
you
was-
gotta-
I had to switch to earpods.
So we have going around Erdnot with his grumpy face. We have Vidania who's wearing no shirt, as you know, to be
That
expected.
was such a good idea. That was amazing.
Our kids gotta be so confused.
We've got Zan with his long golden locks.
Give us a
Avedon.
shake. Give us one of
And
those.
gray eyes.
Oh, great eyes. Shit.
Oh,
Ooh,
Pat went
sneaky.
balls deep.
I got
I knew he
ears.
was.
And ears.
I had
Oh,
ears,
and
but I
ears.
lost them.
They fell behind
Avedon,
the pixelation.
who kind of half-assed her costume, if you ask me. And then Arik.
Avedon looks awesome. Did you do
I
your,
scared you.
how far did you go with the white? You got it to
All
know.
the way.
I got a robe on.
All right. So we are going to continue with our story tonight. Unfortunately, no Micaiah, but hopefully on Tuesday she'll be back. So we're going to do our intro and then we'll get going with tonight's Friday session.
Midnight snack.
All right. So, when we last left the Bums of Greenest, self-named, you had made your way through the village of Parnast after being sent in that direction by Talus the White at the hunting lodge up in the Grey Peak Mountains, and entered through the front gate pretending to be cultists through Skyreach Castle. You kind of took a look around, ended up over with the loot that you had been given at the entrance to the cave of the Cloud Chaser, a white dragon that you had been warned about. There you met a Tabaxi cultist who was happy enough to give you a quick tour around the area, since they were not super excited about having to bring loot down into this dragon's lair. You got a little bit of a lay of the land, where the cultist barracks were, the different rooms not to go in, like Resmir's, and the Red Wizards, as well as the kitchen area where the kobolds are running around like chickens with their heads cut off. You were sent back to the cultist barracks, where you spoke with 3 dragon wings, who instructed you to go back to the caves and help unload the loot down into Cloud Chaser's lair, and then return to eat dinner. Instead, you chose to go into the storeroom, which unfortunately ended up being more of like a building materials and extra swords. Although
It was a lie. That's what it was.
Hey, we can always use extra swords.
Extra weapons. Although while you were in there, you did notice that the swords and other weaponry that was there were of varying makes and models, basically, from different races, just kind of like a smorgasbord of different types of arrows, daggers, short swords. No real consistency between them, which may hint at the breadth of raiding that the cult has been doing for however long they've been doing it. You then decided to head up the stairs leading to a skyway walkway that kind of linked the Red Wizard Tower to the keep, and take your chances going into the main hall. On your way, Resmir the Black, Dragonborn, descended the stairs, leaving the Red Wizard Tower. 2 black guard drakes on leashes held in her hand, and a black dragon-shaped mask over her face. As she entered into her chambers, she unlocked the door, appeared to enter with her drakes, and then closed the door behind her. We continued on up and took a right instead of a left into the Red Wizard's Tower and headed into the main keep. And when you arrived in that keep, you found yourself, again, as this entire castle is made of ice, in a large circular area with, across the way from you, several tall giant-sized statues, 18-ish feet tall, made of ice, and around a spiral staircase that leads up and down, actually. You stepped forward, looking down, and saw a large blue flame that was raging down a floor below you. And looking up, you saw that the stairs continue up several floors and eventually come to like a cone at the top with a circular opening that looks up to the sky. You couldn't really see too much. And looking down, Zan was able to see the fire has runes written all around it, and was able to make out two names, Blagothkus and Escarlata. You noticed from the blue flames that there was heat coming off of it, but then almost like this magical gust of very cold air as you all stood there looking and trying to determine what to do next. As you stand there staring down at this flame, then you also notice shadows down. As you peer down, you can see there's another floor down there, and another level of the keep. And you can see shadows moving, and every once in a while kind of hear like a loud, heavy footstep. As you all stand there, we shift you over to the map. You can see what she's seeing. What are you doing?
I don't like this. We should probably leave here.
I agree. There's definitely people downstairs. The longer we stay in here, the greater the chance that we're found. Perhaps we should head back towards the cave. Keep up appearances.
All right, the place I said we should go to begin with.
So as you're standing there, you hear this loud. Whoops, sorry. You hear this loud. This coming from the door behind you. And then you hear this loud laughter. And the door swings open as a large ogre wearing pretty much no clothing and somehow not looking cold at all comes bumbling through the door.
Vidania.
Laughing at the incredibly loud belch that it just made. And it steps through the door, these heavy footsteps. And stops as it sees you standing there. And it slings its heavy club over its shoulder and looks at you all. says, "What you doing here?"
Jesus Christ. Oracle step forward, and he'll raise his hand and he'll say those words, Blagothkus. Hail Blagothus. You know, he'll say it like he means it. Hail Blagothus. And then, we seem to have gotten turned around. What is this place?
It kind of like looks at you weird. It says, "This is a castle." And as
I mean, what's that? Like pointing towards like the giant blue flame behind us. How big is that flame?
so the flame is about 10 feet across,
Oh, so that's fucking huge then.
give or take, and it is rising probably a good 15 feet up. Not quite to the level that you're at, but you can see it very clearly from where you're at. The ogre steps around this brazier and comes over to see what you're pointing at. And you hear another footstep, some more footsteps coming up from below, and see another ogre coming up the stairs. What the hell? Why isn't this moving? There we go. And this one there kind of looks over and sees the fire, and he looks at you, Arik, and he goes, "That fire." And this other one is coming up the stairs behind you. Again, these heavy footsteps continuing.
I tried.
Izzy, is there anything that I'd recognize with my Arcana knowledge about that giant blue flame or anything like that?
You can roll an Arcana check, looking at the flame.
Abaddon looks especially cool right now because while she's got white, her face actually looks blue, I think probably because of her computer screen.
Oh.
It looks like it's glowing from the flame.
Ooh, I like that. Sorry, I just need to find it.
You have black contacts in too?
No, I just have weird eyes.
Well, I can't see.
He's wearing a lot of eyeshadow.
Yeah, a lot
I can't
of
see
like
on the phone,
eyeliner.
so I had to pull up on the Twitch. Looks awesome.
Thanks. Sorry, I'm having.
Jalen's here, and she thinks everybody looks awesome too.
Aw, what
Hey,
a gal.
Jalen.
Pat says hi.
We all say hi.
You look
Hello.
funny, Pat. You look like a.
He's a half elf.
He looks like someone from Iron Maiden. With the hair.
He does a little.
Hey, there's much worse things to look like than Iron Man. All right.
So a 19, Abaddon, as these ogres are kind of like lumbering through, coming towards you, you're looking over at this flame, almost mesmerized by it. Although you have seen, magical things before, but you can definitely tell, fire is not typically blue. It is raging, and there doesn't really seem to be anything feeding it. You also, as you're standing there's the heat all around, and heat, blasting off of it, but then there's that burst of cold that happens every few seconds. And you, looking around, can see that the castle, there's no melting going on from this fire at all. It is just this raging blue fire. You've never seen anything like it to this degree. Looking at the braziers in the room, they are also...
She might be gone.
I was gonna say, did she just get booted?
Oh no.
No.
She texted me and
Yes.
said,
She's frozen on my end.
Oh. Did we all just lose internet?
Is it?
Yeah.
Quick,
it's,
bam.
well, I don't know if our audio is frozen or not, but it looks like because Lenny is still moving.
Yeah. I don't know what just happened. I got kicked out. And
Mom said
now,
she's trying to reboot.
for some reason, like Vidanya's over there and RX over here.
No.
Very,
Man, I
very-
have to take my shirt. I have to take my shirt off now.
All right, I'm gonna try to fix this because I don't know what just happened. But it like crashed or something. So, technical difficulties, everybody. 1 second.
Wouldn't be a stream night without him.
No,
That's
I don't.
right.
I don't know what happened to kick me out, and then I come back and everybody is like all mixed up.
It's two
Nope, that's not you.
Zans.
Yep.
There is Tuesdays. Holy crap.
Avedon's still frozen, making listening face. Vidania's is gone. She's being censored.
Oh man, is that what this is about?
There we go.
Yeah. Twitch
We
was like,
got
no,
RX
don't do
back. Vidania. Oh god.
it. Now there's two me's. One is enough. I can assure you.
Yeah, this is really
Are we still-
strange.
Are we still recording? Are we still live?
Yep, we're still live.
Okay.
Here we go. There's one. All right, Erdnot's the last one.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Sorry, everybody. This is you know, I like to just leave it up so people can see that, like, at every single person's stream, like, shit just happens, and you just gotta roll with it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm not gonna even pretend that it doesn't happen. We're just gonna. There we go. We got your back. But Avedon is still gone. She's not back, right? No, I don't hear her. Okay.
Cuba, did you braid?
Trying
No,
to
I
restart
can't
it.
see on screen.
No, I didn't braid
Did you-
these.
Uh,
It has been like many years since I've had to braid hair. I don't know if I could. I could probably still do it, but it would not be like this.
Yeah, William,
Sorry.
I have no idea what just happened. Like, all of a sudden it just crashed on me, and then. But that's weird that it crashed on me right after it crashed on Avedon, so that's very strange.
What was just redeemed on me?
Huh?
The beam.
It says
Oh, you have
redeemed.
to roll a d20.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Did it roll? No, it didn't roll. Why didn't it roll?
Just type /R1d20, or you can click on the d20 on the bottom there. I added
Oh,
the dice.
Oh, we-
5.
oh,
I added the dice tray back.
That
Yeah,
sucks. Wait, what did I
So-
just roll for?
for hydrate. So if it's a
I'm not
fail,
drinking.
well, you have to drink something now.
You can't disappoint the viewers.
I absolutely can disappoint the viewers. It's my lot in life. All right, I open this.
He's drinking some kombucha. That's
so that
what
I
he's
can-
got.
Spit out, do it when you're really thirsty and your parents are like, you know, your mom on a hot summer's day is like, you already drank all your drink? Well, just
Oh, it's
spit it,
all-
you know, just spit in the air and catch it.
A lot of hair right
You
there.
ever hear that one?
Nope.
No, Pat. I know Pat has. He grew up like I did.
I did not get that one.
I'm surprised that doesn't make you throw up.
What, kombucha?
No, the spit. Alric.
Hey, but, you know, some things bother you, some things don't. Leave it at that. We'll leave it at that.
All right,
Just
I'm gonna.
Lauren,
Oh, go
because
ahead.
she's gross.
What'd you
That
say?
she is.
I said just Lauren because she's gross.
She is indeed. So I'll get back to that whenever she comes back in. So you guys, he did that to you on purpose, just to watch you drink through the through the beer.
Oh, there she is.
Oh, there you are.
Hey, she's back.
Thank goodness.
You have to
So
unblur your background.
What did you
What? Oh.
what did you hear, or like what point did you get cut out?
I didn't hear anything. It was basically just, you do a check.
Oh, great.
And then
I don't remember everything I said. But basically, long story short, it is a huge blue flame. There doesn't seem to be anything feeding it at the moment, but it is raging and not getting any smaller as time goes on. It is extremely warm. You guys are not super close, but you can feel the warmth, but then there's like a blast of cold that comes every few seconds. It is not melting anything around it, although the entire castle is made of ice. What else did I say? You can see that the other lights in this room, the two behind you, seem to be similar in nature, but they're much smaller, and that's closer to, stuff you've seen in the past. You've never seen a flame this large burning without any kind of fuel. And I can't remember if there was anything else I mentioned, but that is the gist of it. And the runes around it are encircling it, and there's no breaks or anything in between. So you guys stand there, and these two ogres approach you. One comes up the stairs. The other is standing there looking at you. What do you do?
Zan is going to look at the ogre that set fire and say, "Thank you for your help," and start walking towards the door.
Or not, we'll just follow, but just look at the ground, because he's just giving dirty looks and he's trying to behave.
Okay.
Good man. Before he follows, Arik will look back at the fire and back at the ogre, and trying to speak the ogre's language here and just say, why fire? Like basically trying to get across the point, like what's the purpose of the fire? Trying to figure out if this is just like the engine of the place.
Trying to speak dummy.
Yeah. So the one ogre that's coming up the stairs, he just keeps lumbering up. The other one looks at you as you say, "Why fire?" and goes, "Why fire? Yes, fire. What fire?"
Does fire make castle fly?
The one coming up the stairs that's standing there, the other one that's standing next to you is the one who's been answering, and the one coming up the stairs looks at you and says, "Master makes the castle fly."
Master I gotta look at it every time. Master Blagothkus?
They both just kind of nod and smile. This weird, like, ovary smile. Master and mistress.
I had the same reaction. Just mentally in my head, I was like, that's the way that sounds.
Or not, just heard that one.
Is Master Blagothkus near?
The one points upstairs. Up there.
Well, while Zan's walking away, Arik will turn and say to Zan, You wanted to ask some questions of some giants and make friends. You want to go talk to the big guy? Already halfway here.
As you guys are standing there deciding what to do, the door opens at the other end of the hall here, a good 60 feet or so away, and you see a little kobold come walking out the door, comes around, stops at the edge when you see both of the ogres look over at it. It stops. It looks at you. It looks at the ogres, and then it books it right back into the room.
Oh,
Closes
Jesus.
the door.
We should get him moving.
And you see the ogres, they just go, ha, 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 ha. They start laughing. They just think it's funny. And like, little puny lizard people. Another ogre starts making its way. So you can see like there's a bunch of stuff going on on that bottom floor. You can't really tell what it is because the light from the flame like casts out in a way that like looking down from above, you can see there's shadows and stuff moving around, but you can't tell exactly what's going on. Another ogre starts coming up the stairs. So you have 3 of them now. And the one that's standing next to you says, you want to go talk to Master? Come.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Thank you. And I guess Arik's just gonna follow him because I can't see walking away now. They're just gonna, I don't know.
Erdnot just looks at Zan and shakes his head.
I think Zan's gonna be real pissed off at Arik right now. Wasn't my intention.
So as the ogre turns to start walking up the stairs,
oh no.
These ogres are not wearing a lot of clothing, and mostly they're wearing like some furs that are kind of loosely hanging over their hips. They don't really seem to be bothered by the cold at all. And so this one is wearing this
I see a little every once in a while. I'm like, she's muscling through this.
You see, this one's wearing probably like a mixture of different types of animal pelts, just loosely, very, very loosely hanging, and the butt crack is just like sticking straight up, most of the butt crack. And I got a really, really good tip from Kevin, who said that eggs can be used to describe just about any ass. And so I would say if you picture...
Did you say eggs?
Yeah, the consistency of like a fried egg, like that skin.
Oh, I was thinking like egg still in the shell.
Me too.
Yeah.
No, any type of egg. So that would be like maybe a hard-boiled egg. But this is not. This is like a fried egg where like there's almost like this crackly texture to it, and you see most of it as you turn. And Erdnot, especially you, like the ogre is pretty tall, probably a good 10 feet. So 12 feet. So you are like, even though you're looking down because you don't want to give them a dirty look, you glance up, and just as it's walking, you can see it like shifts down, and it has to. One of its cheeks almost like pops out, and it has to like pull it back up. It doesn't even care as it goes. And that is your view as you guys head up the stairs to the next level.
I think that's the second or third of giant asses that I've seen in this campaign.
So you head up the stairs. I'm just gonna throw you guys down onto the next map.
Oh, I'm nervous now. I wasn't expecting that. I didn't think he was just gonna be like, "Hey, let's go."
Just throwing you guys onto this map here, making sure that you do not. Let me reset the fog of war. Actually, lights. There we go. Okay, and then I'm gonna put it so that Micaiah is following Abaddon's token. And as you guys start walking up the stairs, Micaiah kind of whispers to you, Arik. She goes, "Boyfriend, I hope you know what you're doing."
And I'm just gonna whisper back. I'm just gonna whisper back under my breath. I have no fucking idea.
Are the other two following, or did they just go about their business?
They are following. Yeah, they start coming up behind, just like interested, it seems, in what's going on here. So you guys head around, like walking around this this open. It's very actually precarious. The stairwell that you're walking up. There doesn't seem to be a railing around the side to keep people in. So it's kind of a little bit scary. As you continue around, getting further away from the flame, but the heat from the flame, or the warmth from it, doesn't really seem to go down. As you ascend the spiral staircase, you end up on another floor here. And I'll say that as you look down, you kind of get a little bit, almost like a vertigo feeling. And if you knew the word, you would say to yourself, no, you wouldn't, but physics. Yay!
Can everyone hear me? My laptop kind of blinked out there for a minute.
Oh, yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought Zan was just really mad at Arik, and that's why you were so quiet.
Nope.
Nope,
Everything went dark.
You were still on the other. There you go. You're coming over. So you ascend the stairwell up to the next floor, and the ogre opens up this large doorway. You can, using your measurement tool, you can like move your characters. Actually, we could test it. When you press spacebar, it'll like send the movement in. Let's just see if that works actually. Because when you get into fighting,
Wait, what's spacebar doing?
it should move your token.
No.
No, I didn't.
It's not.
Nope.
Oh, so no. So do your do the measurement and then press spacebar because it just worked when Zan did it.
Oh.
Oh, it didn't work on my screen.
But what is it?
Yeah, it keeps wanting to make it into like a area of effect type thing.
No, so the ruler that you want to use is under basic controls. The one with the area effect is the spells. So if you go under basic controls with the person's head, and then go to measure distance, then measure out the distance and press space, it'll send a request for movement. Like hold the movement out and then press.
Did it. I was
There
the
you go.
first one that did it.
I'm still having a. So hit the little guy for basic controls.
And then
then
the ruler in the bottom right corner.
So for some reason, Zan, I think it's because you're
Oh.
trying to move through the wall. So I'll move you. I'm just testing how this works. So make sure that the ruler is still active
It's telling
when
me
you.
I can't do anything.
Yeah,
while
the
it's
game's
paused.
paused.
I don't know
Yeah,
why that just happened.
other people moved.
Guys, I did it.
Okay, now it worked.
If I did it,
Wait,
anybody
you
can do
Oh,
it.
I just ran into the room.
Oh.
Oh god.
wait.
I like if we just On the map, we just dropped a whole bunch of area of effect spells and then ran into the room.
Yeah, you did. I'll get rid of them. I'm just testing it because
Not
when combat
Sure
happens,
how this is working. Oh wait, you have to hold it.
yes, yeah. So hold it
Okay.
and then
Okay.
press space like you were doing before. It's the same as what you were doing before. So when we do combat, that's like what you'll do. We'll just be like, I want to move here, and then it'll be as if that. And then if you can't move there, then I'll just deny it.
So you can't just grab yourself and put yourself in a square anymore.
No, I turned it off because this castle is huge, and people can get lost just kind of roaming around, and I won't know where people are going. So.
Okay.
So pretend that we're at a table and I have control over all of your tokens.
Like finger puppets.
Yeah. So you guys open up the door. You can see as you're heading up this spiral staircase that it does continue up to another floor. And at this point, it comes to like that dome, probably about 15 or so feet up above your head. And the stairs continue around and go up around the little hole where the dome comes to a peak there. So the ogre brings you in, the two additional ogres up behind you all. I'll just throw them down. I think I can actually copy paste, can't I?
Oh,
Can.
you're not showing the map on this
I know.
Twitch.
I'm doing that on purpose.
Oh, just keeping you in the dark.
No, I figured like if there's a battle, you guys might want to see the map, but otherwise, I mean, I can switch it. Brian, you want to see the Lord Byron, you want to see the map? I'll switch it. Go turn it on. There you go.
I think I'm stuck in the door now.
Yeah.
Oh no, I figured it out.
You just did it a few times. So you guys head into this open.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You did it.
I did it.
You did it. So you head into this a throne room. Essentially, you walk out into a throne room built for giants. These two large, probably 9-foot tall thrones sitting up a few steps in front of you along the, sorry, I'm like losing my voice. These blue, beautiful rug that's laid out. The ogre continues. The light in this room is being provided by the lights here. And as you all continue in, oops.
Oh, the
Going
light
up.
in the room is provided by those two blue flames?
Yes.
Like
yeah.
they're just smaller blue flames?
Yeah.
Ew, okay.
And these guys continue behind you, and you all just kind of keep going in. They lead you to the right. In this room, you can see large chests full of items over here. Are you trying to go over to those chests?
Yeah, I want to go
You're
over to the
breaking
rug.
away.
No,
Okay.
I'm holding her, grabbing her by the whatever, and I'm
I
keeping
want to
her
see
with
what
us.
that rug is.
So Erdna,
It
make
Looks
it.
furry.
I was gonna say I'm gonna grab a handful of her cloak or whatever it is so she can't get it.
It
I'll
looks
pull her by the goddamn
furry.
tail if I have to.
I want to go pet it.
Now is not the time, child.
Okay, I'm gonna say, Abaddon, make a dexterity, make an acrobatics check
Ooh.
to like
You guys
slip
are gonna
to slip
love
out.
this.
And Erdna and Arik, you can both make athletics checks to try to grab her.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Oh shit!
Come on, where's my athletic?
Oh, Arik, so close. Oh, or not even close. So Abaddon Abaddon heads over as you start walking.
It was such a smug and self-satisfied, like.
I'm gonna actually break Micaiah off from you because she would not follow you in this way. So
You're breaking her trust.
So you head over towards the rug, and as you do, I'm just gonna move everybody else up. This ogre is kind of like leading you guys this way. Abaddon breaks off as both Erdnot and Arik. The two ogres who are behind Abaddon, they see you break off and go in this direction.
Right, look at Micaiah still.
I know, try to like, hold on, let me break that. There we go. Micaiah would not be doing that. So as you break off and head in that direction, you see, or you hear, one of the ogres in the back there goes, "Hey, what you doing?" And stomps behind you as you're going.
Okay.
And the other ogre in the front stops and turns around.
I'm gonna say, I pet rug.
So this one, when you say that, it looked like looking down at you, it goes like, looks at the one behind it, the other one is like, and then this real ogre here, standing behind you, just turns back to you and goes, "Okay."
She just punked out 3 ogres.
And you see her not going.
I'm trying to push the space bar.
You just have to do it up. No, you're good. If you keep doing it, then it overrides.
Oh. I just have to
you. I'll move you.
More patient.
Okay. It sends a request to me that I have to approve, so it's not instant.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Well,
I'm gonna pet the rug because I was genuinely curious.
That's why I didn't have you do a deception check.
Nope.
Because I knew that you actually wanted her to pet the rug.
I was totally expecting a strength, because I'm like, there's no way she's gonna get out of like both of our strength checks.
Yeah. I came
It was
close,
athletics.
and she got a 20.
Did I do the wrong one? It's athletics versus acrobatics. Was it supposed to be swapped? Because I always mix those two up. Anyway.
I don't know. You know what? I think you made the best decision there because I got to pet that rug.
That was a good roll.
For some reason, I can never remember which one is dex and which one is strength based. So I should have just done straight strength versus straight dex. Anyway,
I'm pretty sure athletics is the one that's strength based.
Okay. So you bend down and you feel this rug, and the pelt is actually pretty huge as you look down at it. It's a good 20 feet long. So you don't know what animal this would have come from, but it's a large animal. And as you bend down or actually as your feet touch it, because your character shows that you have cloven feet there, you would feel just like the softest fur that you probably have ever felt. This is clearly, a castle, and the master is the lord of this castle, so only the best. And you kind of bend down and run your fingers through, and it just, all the little fine hairs just kind of flit past. It is a beautifully
very large baby seal.
beautiful rug. And as you're doing that, the ogre that you spoke to, it kind of like looks back or looks up at the one that's at the front of the group here, and then it comes over, and the other two are just like watching it, and it comes over and it bends down and it starts like feeling the rug with you, and so the two of you sit there for just a moment, and it's like, oh, and it looks at you, and it does the, you know, creepy ogre smile where it's like teeth are jutting up out of the bottom, and it's like, and it just kind of like feels the rug here.
Oh, I love it.
Let's make
so-
it friends. There you go.
So are the other two ogres? They're just watching us. So
Yeah.
are they?
Sorry.
Can I kind of see that they're pretty focused on me, like the other two, all the ogres that we're all kind of like doing this together?
So there's the one ogre that's there feeling the fur with you. The other two are watching you, but they don't look, they are not stepping forward. They're kind of standing where they're at. They almost look a little bit nervous. They're shifting back and forth. The one ogre who's in front kind of keeps glancing behind it, like someone's going to come up behind it and see what's going on here.
That's the ogre that's by the door.
This one up
front
here
door?
to the north.
Oh, okay.
Zan's going to use his quiver just to say to Abaddon, the king may not like his things being touched.
This one,
Oh.
the ogre looks at you and is like, nice, nice, and just keeps going like it's never felt something like this before. And then
From where
starts-
I'm at, can I see anything? Like, I'm definitely touching it. I'm making eye contact with this ogre.
Mhm.
As I'm standing up, because I did receive that message, can I see anything shiny in those chests or anything like that?
I'm gonna shoot her.
I'm just looking, baby. I'm just looking.
roll a perception check real quick. As you kind of glance over, trying to be
Yes, I am trying to be a
like,
little.
yeah. You're not being overt with it, so the chances are not very good for you. As you just kind of
Terrible,
quickly
in
look.
fact.
As far as you can tell with your quick glance of trying not to be too obvious, those chests are closed. They are huge, though. Like, compared to other chests that you've seen, they're about 6 feet across and probably 4.5 feet tall, both of them on either side. So if they do have something in them, if they're full, it's probably a good, like, 400, 500 pounds of loot, should it be full, and depending what's in there. The ogre stands up as you stand up, and then just kind of like escorts you back over to your friends.
Did it
And
again. I did it
so
again.
you end up back over with your
Oh,
buddies.
all the way.
Are you trying to go all the way, or are you trying to do something else? I definitely
No,
made
that's fine.
an ogre phallus here. Unintentionally, everyone. Sorry.
Ew.
I know, I didn't mean to do it. It's just there. That's what it is. I'm not changing it. So you...
Somehow it's appropriately green and bulbous, so it's okay.
Yeah,
Yes, you did it accurately.
It's perfect.
When
And I'm rolling with
Abaddon
it.
rejoins, or not says to no one in particular, this is why you only have one child, and you never do it again. I didn't sign up for this babysitting. By the gods.
Am I within earshot?
Yeah, you guys are right next to each other.
Oh. I'll just,
So sad.
I'll just keep walking, I guess.
So the other two ogres look relieved as the third one, continues on. I'm rolling with it, Ian.
Is the third one leading us? Is this dick blasting through this doorway right
Yes, it is.
This
It
tiny
is.
doorway.
Oops, I
Into
moved
the
the whole
small-
thing. I moved the
this
whole
very
thing. I moved you all into the wall.
Blasting
I got
through this very
distracted.
small chamber.
Zan's stuck in the wall now. Hold on.
He's running away from this giant dick.
Like, I don't want to be in the middle. So as you come through this doorway here, you enter into what appears to be a dining area.
Is that a dog?
These are statues. Yes. Ice statues. Again, a large oval table that almost appears to be kind of like this mixture of marble and ice, extending out a good 5, 10, like 17 to 20 feet. These ice chairs all around it, and again leading up from these stairs. Everything here is giant, as it would be expected. Another chest at the top there, kind of mocks you there.
I'll be right back, guys. Sorry.
No problem. Abaddon, like, I'm over here, haha, you can't get to me.
Can I get a good look at that? Or can I get any look at it?
From your angle looking at it, you're a good 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet away. It looks like it's closed. Everything here appears to be closed.
Like locked as well, or just I can't really tell.
Make a perception check to try and tell if it's locked. And then
I might be able to tell.
it does appear that there is a lock on it that is very likely latched at the moment.
Boo!
So you guys can.
My camera's off on Twitch. Is that because I'm naked?
Is that because you're what?
Naked.
Oh,
Hold on.
there's no her
Oh, I don't know what happened. This is just stream night. Like, this is what fucking happens. Nothing has changed, so let me.
And there was much rejoicing.
Monkey King, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Dirty 30s. Oh, I know why. Hold on. It's because I had your Skype off because you weren't here the other day. There you are.
She's been,
Perfect.
but she's been on before. Like, it must have just returned back on.
No. If I try to spend too much time figuring it out, I'll make myself crazy because there's no logical explanation for anything that goes wrong. I have determined. So, hold on. Let's see here. Sorry, guys. You guys enter into what appears to be the bed chambers of a giant. And the ogre pulls aside the curtains that you can see in front of you here, and you hear them go, "Master," as they do that. Sorry, 1 second, just making it so you guys can see. And in front of you is a huge bed, a good 20 feet across, width-wise, and then about 25 feet long. There are weapons. There is an open chest over here, Abaddon. A large mirror. Everything here again scaled as would be expected of a giant. When the ogre pulls aside the curtains, nobody is there.
Oh, how tall is the bed? Like, how high is it off the ground?
The bed would be probably about like 9-10 feet off the ground, like the top of it, to get up onto it.
Where's that ogre that I was talking to before? Which one is he?
This one right here. Nope, sorry, the real one is right here. The real ogre.
Are you pinging it?
Yes.
I can't see the ping.
Oh, he might be behind the curtain. Let me change the... Now that you have entered this room, I will take away this wall so that you can see. So he is down here. I is going to be with you guys. So it's this one right here. Can you see it?
That one?
It's like
See my ping?
right under me.
Okay. Oh, okay. Are these steps up to the bed?
Yes, they are.
Okay. Can I see that chest from where I am on this side of the bed?
Looking underneath, you can see that you can see the top of what appears to be an open chest down there, yeah. Just gonna get you guys killed.
Does it look like that? Does it
I
look
mean-
like the ogres are just like looking around, like a quick look, or are they like lingering?
They're lingering. They're looking like they open the thing and are like, oh, he's not here. So the one who just opened it is like, we go this way. And
Okay. I'm gonna go over here.
I'm gonna grab her again.
I'm gonna try to grab her again. We all just like.
Zen will also grab a piece of her cloak.
okay. I'm gonna say, we'll just do it again. Abaddon, you can go ahead and do your acrobatics. We're gonna actually just do straight dex versus strength for everybody else. So Abaddon does a dex, and all the rest of you do a strength as you try to like reach out and grab her and hold her. Oh yeah, nope. So never mind. Don't even roll.
Oh shit!
That's a nat 1.
We just all kind of hold her tight.
Yeah. So this time you guys are ready as Abaddon like goes to move herself across the room. The three of you each just kind of like grab onto a different part of her robes that she's wearing and just hold her in place. Like you don't even move your body. Just goes,
Okay. Does the bed look? Is it really comfy? Is it within my reach?
The bed is so you're probably a good 7 feet away from the bed, like where you'd be able to actually feel it, and you're down some stairs. So
Okay.
they're holding you. You are not able to reach out and touch that bed, but
Reach out and touch bed.
you imagine that it is probably very nice.
Or not again, loudly whispers. What in the 9 hells is wrong with you, child?
They lead you back the way that you came.
What is
I'm
this
not
thing
gonna-
on the bottom here? Is this a mirror?
Yes, that's a
Yeah,
huge
I was-
mirror that extends from the floor all the way up to the ceiling, so a good 20-ish feet.
But Platypus would have been pissed that these dudes just like walked through his like room and opened his curtain. Like if that dude was getting it on with escargot, like he would have been like so upset.
Blagothkus and escargot. Ah, yes.
So they lead you back the exact same way that you came. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. And then lead you back through. Is there anything that you wanted to do that you can see through the rooms before I just kind of like continue on with you going in the direction that they're leading you?
Nope, we're
I'm gonna
just
make sure that
we're tightly holding our devil.
Okay.
Apparently, I can't do anything.
Abaddon. Let's see here. Just 1 second.
Was there any possibility I got a view of what's inside that chest before we left? I was
No.
too far away.
Yeah, you're way too far away. Yeah. And the angle, like you would have to be up and over looking down. Yeah, it's just not.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, look, at least Arik, if this all goes south because Abaddon steals something and gets us all killed, at least Arik will just be like, hey, it wasn't my fault. I got us here, but she stole something. She really is, what was the comparison that you made, Cuba, Abu? She's Abu in, the...
Yeah, game of one.
Oh my god.
Oh, all this fucking face paint. It hurts so much when you make me smile.
So you guys head again back into this room, and then you do notice, of course, at the other end of the room here, there is another doorway that leads into an unknown space, and they lead you back into the stairwell, where again you're greeted by the warmth of that fire, and then up the stairs you go. Which I'm just gonna put you back into the stairwell because that's where you will end up if we come back to this map. So, with Erdnot and others holding on to Abaddon and making sure that she does not end up running away.
Like, I
Nice.
legit have hold person if I have to use it.
Fair enough, Ernie. Fair enough. Can I
Okay.
say, can I whisper to Ernie? Because he's holding, he won't let me go. Can I whisper, well, if we're not gonna get any of this loot anywhere, what are we gonna do when we talk to this, what's his name?
Blagothkus.
Blagothkus.
You want to steal from the giant that we're trying to talk to?
You want to talk to a giant?
No, I don't.
Well, then what are we doing right now?
I don't know. Trying not to die.
Well, you know, ogres like shiny things too.
Oh, I know. I have ended quite a few ogres before. I know.
Ark's gonna elbow him. Like, shut the fuck up.
So you guys continue up the spiral stairs and find yourselves reaching the top of the tower. You can see here as I throw you guys down on the screen again. I'm not going to put the ogres down on this screen just because they take up a lot of space, but we're going to pretend that they're there. You come up to the top of this tower here. Let's make sure. Okay. And now I will throw them down. I'll just put one down. You come to a locked door. I'll pull you guys over to this next map. It'll take a second. But you come around the spiral staircase and come to a locked door. And the ogre looks down past you all on the stairs to like its buddy, who just kind of nods, and then it knocks, and you hear like boom, boom, boom with its arm against the door. And you hear, "Master!" from this ogre standing in front. And then everybody goes quiet. It's almost like he doesn't dare yell again. And I hit the wrong thing up.
Is it gonna be like a little kid situation? I'm on the fucking toilet.
Just see ogre. Yeah, the ogre just sticks his hand underneath the bathroom door. Like, hey, here. I always say that to Jalen. I'm like, you know, you're 13 now and you've got a lot of attitude for somebody who just needed desperately to be in the same room as me while I was trying to take a shit. Always remember that. No matter how old you get and how much attitude you throw, there was a point where you desperately needed that.
Navadani's costume's even funnier because she just like half put on clothes, but like her chest is like out.
Oh, yeah, this.
Oh, yeah.
A little cleave. That's all you get.
That was it.
So the door, you hear the door unlock, and then it opens, and as it does, you watch this you can't see anything actually from the angle that you're at. And then the ogre enters the room. He says, "Wait here," and he enters the room and closes the door behind him for a moment. The other two ogres are at the bottom. And you wait for only a few seconds, and then the door opens. The ogre steps back out and then walks further up these stairs that are here in front, and then just motions for you. Enter the master. Not enter the master. Just enter.
I think we need that ogre dick for that one. If that's
And you all
Ew, gross.
Master like those kind of parties.
You all enter into this this
fuck is
chamber,
that?
which
I was
sorry, moving.
I was looking at the. He wasn't a token. He's like fucking. Thor.
Yeah, no, he's not a token. The token. The tokenizer is not working, so I just had to throw him down in front here. So you see this blue-skinned giant standing in front of almost what appears to be like a control like area. Very strange, not consistent with things that you've seen before. You can see like there are jewels that are glittering everywhere in this room.
I'm holding her tighter.
Ooh.
There are glowing moonstones. There's these thumb-sized emeralds, shining mithril wands. There's like stuff embedded all around here. There are
Tell
these
me more.
strange spheres that are covered in turquoise and gold, and then there's a bunch of like copper levers and golden spheres that are embedded in the walls. And you see this large blue-skinned giant standing there. He's got this hulking morning star that's like hanging off of his belt, and he looks exactly like this, except he's just not standing there that way. Why is it
How
not
tall
playing?
is he?
He's about 19 feet tall.
It's a big boy.
I don't know why it's not letting me show you his let me pull him up. I'm gonna pull him up real quick so that you can see him. He's not standing there like in this pose or anything, because that'd be weird.
He just walks. He's like, it's just how he hangs out.
I have him in the wrong.
He just stands there waiting for someone to come through the door so that he can. His pose is worth it.
So he stands there with his long flowy hair,
Hot.
towering above all of you. As I said, 19, 20 feet tall.
Rod in hand.
Yes.
Keep going. Keep going.
And he looks down at all of you curiously, honestly, because he just stands there looking at you.
In
And
one
then
hand, I'm holding Abaddon tighter, probably to the point where it might hurt a little bit, and then I kind of shove Zan like towards the guy.
So you can see
Wait,
does it hurt you or does it hurt me?
Oh, it doesn't hurt me.
Aw.
so you can see the floor, like as mentioned when it came up into the dome type shape up at the top, and from the bottom it looked like a dome, but from here the floor is flat, so it comes to like this dome with the circle cut out, and the heat from that flame from below is coming up through and like filling this room here. So Zan, you step forward, and Blagothkus, the master, is just standing there like with his arms crossed, looking down at all of you and just kind of waiting.
Xander pulls down his hood and says, forgive us for interrupting you. Is this your castle?
And he looks down at you and he says, "Are you daft, boy? Who else's castle would this be? Who are you? You are no mere cultists. You would not dare." And he steps forward like heavy footsteps. He's like, and he steps a little bit closer to you all, and his hand kind of like hovers near his morning star. The door is open at the moment, and the three ogres kind of like, one of them peeks in a little bit, looking like super nervous, like they made a mistake bringing you up, and they're like looking at each other behind, and then they poke themselves back out of the doorway. And he just stands there.
They're such big, hideous creatures. You make them sound like super cute.
They are not cute.
They're basically like Lenny from Mice and Men.
We were just brought up here by Larry Coe, the Three Stooges and
Mo, Larry, and Curly.
Yeah, I'm blanking on them. Like Shemp. One of them has to be Shemp.
We were brought up here by the ogres. We came here with the cultists. Yes. But we find it strange that a giant, especially a cloud giant, would be working with dragons.
He looks down as you say that, and he gets this like angry looking snarl on his face, and he's like, "You dare to question my motives in my house?"
My friend meant no offense.
He looks over at you as you say that, and he says, "And who are you? Give me your names, all of you."
My name is Arik Firesong. That's what's up on my real name. And these are my friends.
And he looks at all of you waiting.
My name is Xander Huntsman.
Micaiah goes, "Micaiah Mallows. Nice to meet you."
Vidania Cyanado.
I don't think I knew your last name. I'm gonna say Abby.
Arik's gonna just look over her shoulder at Erdnot.
He's thinking. Erdnot.
"Why are you in my house?"
You seem to have a infestation of cultists, and from what we hear, a dragon. And we're no fan of this cult. We were wondering if there was something that we could do to help you with your problem. Maybe work together.
When you say all of this to him, his face doesn't change, but his body language does. He almost like takes a slight step back. Not the type of step that's like, "I'm afraid," but just a like kind of, what is going on here? Like he's getting ready for like a shoe to drop or something, and he just kind of like takes a step back, and his hand is still hovering very close to his morning star, and he's looking down at all of you from way up high. Looks around. He's looking at each of your faces. Make a persuasion check.
Good. I haven't been very lucky on these yet. Oh, okay, sweet. Oh,
23.
oh, thank you. Too
He's
bad you
fine.
needed a 25. He stomps you out.
He just smashed. So he looks at each of you individually up and down. And then you see him look over at the doorway. And one of the ogre heads is like peeking out. Sorry, I'm gonna sneeze.
Bless you.
Oh my god, sorry.
Bless you.
Okay. And you see him like gesture for the door to be closed. And that is exactly what happens. The ogre steps in, like not bowing slightly, and grabs the door and then like closes it. It opens in, so it like pulls it closed behind. Oops. So
Thank you.
you all stand in this chamber, and Blagothkus, standing there looking at all of you, he says, "You have no love for the cultists, you say, and yet you are dressed as they are. Know this, I may be alone in this room, but I can smash you all like ants, if I so choose."
Of that, there is absolutely no doubt. May I call you Blagothkus, or do you have a title that you prefer to be called?
You may call me Blagothkus.
Blagothkus. Apologies. Gonna fuck that up a bunch of times, you know. What is this place? Looking around at all the levers and buttons and everything, I've never seen anything like it. May I ask what is all this?
He looks around the room, and he says, "Oh, the dog just rolled herself off her bed." That is not what he says. But
She does that.
it was really weird to watch. He says, "You will answer my questions first.
Shit, what was the question? I'm so sorry.
What brings you here?"
We have come here to stop the rise of Tiamat. That is what the cult is trying to do.
How do you six, standing before me, plan to stop the rise of the Dragon Queen?
With magic and steel, preferably. But the six of us have accomplished much more than I ever thought possible. And small we may be, seems we're particularly suited to this kind of task. There's a black half-dragon that seems to be of high rank on your magnificent castle. And if she were disposed of in some way, possibly, it might deal a blow to the cult, and we can work our way from there.
I
From
care
what-
not about this cult.
Do you care of dragons? I hear giants have no love for dragons.
That is true.
If I may,
Go ahead.
if I may be so bold, there's talk of one in the castle itself.
Never in
May
my
I ask-
castle. The
What's that
Cloud
you say?
Chaser exists below the castle. Has burrowed its way, creating a lair. I would never have allowed this. And he looks down, and steps away from you all, like turning towards the control, like the little orbs in the panel over here. And then looks back at each of you, and he says, "They have my Escarlata. Her
She,
spirit controls this place."
do they have her here, or are they holding her someplace else?
She is here. The Red Wizards. They hold her soul and have threatened to destroy her if I do not do as they ask. Her magic is what makes this castle fly. And he looks over at the flame, like down in the area where like the blue light is coming up from the floor. And then he looks over at, he kind of like places his hand down on like the control panel layout here and just kind of looks down at it. And you can see that there are runes kind of written into the paneling. And he looks, there's like a little flash of anger that crosses his face. And he says, I would never help them. But they have her. If she is destroyed, the castle will fall. I cannot let that happen. We are bound infinitely. She is my mate.
Do you know anything of where they are holding her? Is it magical, or is it some sort of restraint that is keeping her bound by the wizards?
I have not seen, but Red Wizards are known for their magical prowess, their trickery. In order to hold the soul of a mighty cloud giant, you must use magic. They have not destroyed her, but I have not seen her. I can only hear her voice.
What did she say?
Or not, just squeezes her a little tighter.
Looks
A
over
little
at
voice pops up from the back.
you have it on his lip. She gives me the directions, which way to go, how fast to go. And I input them, and we move.
Do you know where are they moving the castle to? Do you have a destination?
That I do not know.
Can you speak back to her?
I can.
Do you... Sorry. I wasn't expecting you to say that. Have you asked her anything? Can you ask her questions? Is it secret? Is it secrets?
Little one, I don't understand where you're going.
Well, could you ask her where they want the castle to go?
They don't tell us where in destination terms, only which direction to go. They know we are not willing participants in this. So other than understanding what their ultimate goal is. We are not privy to where the loot is being brought. They keep us here. We move from place to place, settling down where they say.
If we were able to free her, how can you, excuse me, how many of your kind are here in the castle? Is it just you two? Is there any other allies in order to take back the castle if we can free her?
He steps forward again to you, Zan, and he bends over slightly to get like a better look at you. And he says, "Little elf, I command an army of ogres on this castle. I would have destroyed everyone here already, if not for my Escarlata."
Then we will free your Escarlata. And we
He
will give her
looks
back to
at you, and he's like, "You say this as if I have not already tried. What will you do?"
We have already overthrown them from one castle already.
Well, what have you done to try to get in touch with her or find where she is? Or what bases have you covered?
Erna just looks up at her.
He stands back up, straightening himself, and he gives
I
you.
didn't say that rudely either. Just even though it kind of sounded like Dickie, it was mostly just supposed to. It was mostly just supposed to sound like, oh, like it was supposed to sound nicer, even though it sounded Dickie. It's just that's Lauren showing through.
Bitch, what have you done? I mean, we're here.
Bitch.
How many castles have you overthrown?
He says, "She is kept in darkness. She knows not where she is, and if I do not know, I cannot move to help her. They are watching me, and anything I do could lead to her destruction. I cannot take that chance."
Somewhere dark, huh?
Do you know how many wizards are in the castle?
He turns his head to you again, Zan, and he says, "I have seen 2. If there are more, that I do not know."
We all.
The-
Damn it! Sorry, Zen.
the Black Dragonborn. We've been told she is a keeper of a mask. Have you seen any other of the cultists that hold her rank?
No. I have seen only the worm speaker Resmir.
Is it safe to assume she is the highest ranking cult member here?
That I do not know. But I have seen no others of higher rank who have come to speak to me directly.
If we save and reunite you with Escarlata, will you smash the rest of the cultists within your walls?
He looks at you, Arik, and he pulls his what's that called that he's got there?
I think it's a mace.
Morningstar?
Morningstar. I had it. It was there. He pulls it out from the the loop on his belt and just holds it straight down to the ground. And he says, I will kill each one personally.
That's my kind of guy. Arik is gonna look at everybody in the group. He's gonna say, I think everyone here knows the pain of a lost loved one or the need or desire to be reunited with one. And either way, I think this is something that we're gonna have to do. What say all of you?
I mean, I'm in. It's just, where do we start?
This
Sounds like
being your vessel, are there any secret entrances into where the wizards are? Any back doors, someplace not out in the open that we could use?
He shakes his head. He says, they are in the Red Wizard's tower above the oubliette and the dungeon. But they
I
are
love
wizards.
a good oubliette.
Huh?
I said I love a good oubliette.
I love that word. It's like one of my favorite words. Oubliette.
That's what Vidania does. She shows her oubliettes.
He says they are red wizards. You will not catch them unawares.
So you're saying a direct assault is our most likely outcome?
Red wizards believe themselves to be crafty and witty. Witty, like Whitney. You may be able to use that. As you're standing there, you hear this loud banging on the door. Boom, boom, boom. And Blagothkus looks over at the door and then steps over and opens it. And you see one of the ogres is like steps away, and two 18-ish foot tall giants enter the room. You have to move out of the way because they are so large. A male and a female. Sorry, I'm just moving you as you get pushed kind of out of the way so that these two can enter. Their tokens look a little bit weird because, again, I could not make tokens fast enough. So they step in.
Wow, she's cute.
And they see you as they walk into the room, and they see you, and then they look over at Blagothkus, and they almost look like this disappointment like crosses their face, and he motions for the door to be closed, and they do that, and the male giant turns and speaks to him, and they are speaking in giant at this point, the three of them together.
Johnny just took herself off.
Those oubliettes.
Send the oubliettes out.
She just tossed them aside.
Is Zen close enough to understand what they're saying?
Yeah, they don't try to hide what they're saying. So the male is essentially saying to Blagothkus, like, who are these people? What's going on here? You're talking to cultists. We didn't think that you were, into that. We didn't think you then, swung that way. They, and then he just kind of gives a rundown. I'm not going to go through, I'm not going to NPC, three-person conversation here, back and forth. But essentially he tells them, what you guys have just talked about. You hear the male giant, Zan, says that he just performed a ritual and found that he doesn't believe that they should be helping the cultists, and if they don't, then things should go well for them, and they just need to believe that the strength will come through if they can go higher. Maybe there's something that they can do to get these cultists out of the way. So there's like this back and forth between them, and he explains to them that you all have come into this chamber offering to help. And so you see the two male and female large individuals, they just turn, look at you, look back at him. So Zan is the only one who can understand this entire conversation.
Does Micaiah understand? Does she speak
I
Chinese?
speak
Oh, does
Giant
she?
too.
Oh, you do too.
No,
Okay.
Vidania does.
Vidania, that's what it was. Okay, so Vidania and Zan, you both can understand. So they kind of go back and forth a little bit, and then Blagothkus like orders them essentially to help you figure out a way to make this happen. And then he turns back to your group and, speaking in common again, he says, hold on 1 second while I figure out their names because I forgot them.
Josh.
And Thug.
Josh and Natalie.
Josh and Natalie. Nat for short.
Penn and Teller.
Natty Ice, because she's an ice giant, right? Go. Bringing it back to cheap booze.
Natty
I
Ice,
think,
Bush
I think
Light.
they're cloud giants.
All right.
Damn it!
But it
come
is
on.
cold.
Don't ruin it for me.
Cumulus and Josh.
Sorry, go
Just
ahead.
for
Was there
fun,
anything you wanted to do?
Just for fun, DM, I wanna I have this ability called Know Your Enemy.
Mhm.
It doesn't take an action or anything like that. It says if you spend at least 1 minute observing or interacting with another creature outside combat, you can learn info about its capabilities compared to your own, like whatever scores and stuff like that, HP, class levels. And since we've been talking to him, I'm assuming we've been talking to him for over a minute, probably 5 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
I just because I've never done it, I just wanted to see what his HP and his total class level was of Blagothkus.
Changes every time.
I had
Diplodocus.
Diplodocus. That's a dinosaur.
Alright.
I
1
know.
second, let me
Just like I said, just for fun. I mean, hopefully we never have to fight this guy, but I've never done it, and I gained it when we turned level 7, so I was just like,
Time to try.
just because.
Yeah.
Just so we know that we navigated this correctly, and if he's like a level fucking 19 giant, that would have nuked us, just for fun.
Okay. So you want to know hit points and class
Yeah,
level?
just because.
Okay. So Blagothkus is vastly superior to you in hit points. And sorry, let me just do a really quick look. He is also superior to you in class level.
You can take him.
Okay. And it's funny because I just actually wrote, so it's Blagothkus. I just wrote blah, B-L-A-H, goth, as in the emo kid, like, you know, the kids in high school, and cuss like swears. So now, Blagothkus. I should get it right every single time.
So Blagothkus turns back to you all and he says, Hulda and Wigloff. Those are the names.
Hulda, and Wiggle.
Hulda, Hulda, and Wigloff. Hulda and Wigloff will aid you in your attempts. The Cloud Chaser is below. Resmir is often in her chambers, especially as we have now begun our ascent. The Red Wizards are in their tower. Where will you go first?
I'll look at the group and I'll say, I think the first thing we should do is free Escarlata and try to take out the Red Wizards. That way it'll free up Blagothkus and his people to possibly attack and wipe out the cultists completely, and we can mop up the rest. If there's any, I'll look over at Blagothkus and say, if there's any left.
If
Nod.
possible, we may want to talk to Resmir. We could leave her alive and get some information on what the cult's plans are. This is obviously just one part.
Is that something that can be done, Blagothkus?
Blagothkus looks at you all and says, that is entirely up to you. And Hulda, the female giant standing there, she says, should you go to the Red Wizard's tower, we may be able to watch out, distract, while you take care of the wizards. Perhaps if you can do it quietly.
That's something we're not good at.
You may have time to confront Resmir before it is clear that our master has control over the castle once more. Please go out.
Well, too bad we're playing, dog.
Right back. Talk amongst yourselves.
We're taking a pee break. Pee break is a good idea. That's what I'm gonna go do. Dog's gonna take a pee break. Ark's gonna take a pee break.
Yeah, but the dog has to pee outside. There's a big difference.
Hey, you're not the boss of me. You can't tell me how to live my life.
That's true. You enjoy that outside pee. Oh, man. Heard not so holding his tongue. You have no idea. And you're not going to like what he has to say when we're in private. Because I have such a great idea. I mean, he has such a great idea. I'm thirsty. I need it.
I'm just watching you try to take a sip of that beer. I didn't even hear what you said. I was just like, this is interesting to
Need
see.
a straw or something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I know, I don't feel like going to the kitchen and get one. Now I've got to get the fucking hair out of my fucking mouth. Ah. Ah. It's on my tongue. It tastes like plastic.
I keep there's like
It's so bad each time.
there's like certain ones that keep like going into my eyes. This wig, it's like driving me nuts.
Yeah, I got these bangs.
You gonna go to work like that? This is actually staying on better than I thought. Like, it's really not sticking to my lips, but it's like the side, it's sticking. So that's good. I was like gonna buy like some more stuff to like stick it on, but it was like all cleared out at like the Halloween store. And then I'm like, then they had like that like super crazy liquid adhesive stuff that you have to buy the remover for. I'm like, I don't want to spend $10 on this and then spend 30 minutes in line for this $10 thing. I'm like, screw it. I'm gonna see how it goes. The cheapest bald cap ever. It's like, look at these. Gotta like cut it. Like it just comes like covering your ears. Like in the back, he's got a big skin flap.
Sorry, guys, I forgot that we want to do breaks now. Like, to do them. Vidania. Roll a d20, girl. Or you can have William do it if you want.
What is it? I didn't see what it was.
15.
A 15.
Oh, everybody has to take a sip.
I just did. Damn it.
I have to go get a drink. I don't have a drink.
I can take 2 for you. Oh, what?
Yeah.
Sorry, fires Vaseline. 1 second. Just seeing this issue.
It's funny, I can walk around for 6 hours wearing all my gear and it's not a problem. I can't sit down for like 2. Wearing it all.
No, it's. I meant to try to remember that we do breaks now.
Oh no, I just mean that I've been slowly taking all of my costume off.
Oh, gotcha.
Just like, fuck it.
I didn't do my sip.
This is actually keeping me warm, so I'm fine.
See, Lee's like she has a wicked high body heat, so she walks into the room, everybody else immediately gets warmer, and that's not like. I was somewhat
I need to be
comfortable.
around her.
She walks into a room like in the wintertime, it's it'll be freezing in the room, and she gets into bed, and I'm like, I have to take the covers off. She's literally like, she's way too hot for me.
Yeah. There's a joke there somewhere.
So what was the roll is for a drink, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I want to go get a drink, but I'm afraid I'll wake up the baby.
Oh yeah, don't move. Don't move.
Go nowhere.
Do not move yourself.
Erdnot Brew Bottle, Merciful Avenger. I like that.
What? Oh.
On the page there, Merciful Avenger. Wish I had snacks.
I'm full of mercy.
I have no snacks, and this upsets me.
If I dress up like Erdnot again, I'm gonna have to get some tinfoil and spray it gold, and then like wrap it around these braid parts on the bottom.
Yeah.
So how are our viewers out there while we're on our little break here, waiting for one more? How are you guys doing?
She had to hit the bathroom too.
That
I
or she's
don't
gonna
know.
come back with like more jewelry on herself.
She pilfered a giant's, giant's chest.
Thank you for joining us on our off day when we normally play on Saturdays. So hopefully next Saturday you'll come back and join us, everybody who's out there lurking.
Were we gonna play next Tuesday?
Yeah,
'Cause I
we'll
know
play
you
on
were-
Tuesday, but
You weren't sure about that.
who?
You.
Why? What did I
Because
say?
you're like election day nerves.
Oh, right. I kind of forgot that it was election day,
Oh, I
and
shouldn't have
I'm
said
feeling like okay about it
I
at the
think we'll need
moment.
the distraction.
I was gonna say, what better day to get your mind off of something than with D&D? You know?
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Well,
I mean, I'll probably be fine because I have actually forgotten about it for like a good week or so. So I would let you guys know way in advance if I couldn't do it, but I think it's
Are you
looking
talking
like
about
Tuesday.
election day?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
Yeah.
I'll be fine.
I'm not
So-
gonna make any personal guarantees. Just saying.
Yeah. If we have, more than one player who's not here, then we'll just do a chatting or something. But if we have 5 out of 6, then we'll go forward with it. I'll be fine. So I was about to
It's easy
say.
for Fires of Athleen to say. No. This apocalypse episode. It's like,
I know.
it's
Well,
like we're living the apocalypse here. You're across the ocean.
Yeah, that's the TPK episode.
So I was about to say, you guys are all standing there. Hulda has just told you that you may be able to go to the Red Wizards first. They can kind of make sure to be looking out, and then you can try Resmir.
All right. So for the very first time here, Erdnot speaks up from his scowl.
Erdnot,
Back his tongue.
are you still holding on to Abaddon?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, as he's doing that, I want to shimmy away.
Okay. And as you go to shimmy away, you hear yourself saying, and as you like try to rip your arm out of his grasp, after all of this time, you'd kind of felt this like itching, kind of like he'd been holding on to you for so long. And you pull yourself away, and like you don't even realize you're saying it, but these words come out in Draconic that say, "Get your grubby hands off me, you little dwarf!" And you pull your arms away. But you say, Erdnot, you don't understand Draconic, right?
Nope.
So you just hear these words come hissing out of her mouth. You've heard her speak them before, and you've heard others speak it, kobolds and, Cyanrath and others. Heard it this whole time. And she pulls her arm out of your grasp, unless you're trying to hold on still.
No, I'll let her go.
Okay. Just take your hands off of us, with your grubby hands.
But I will grab her if she tries to go for the jewels around here.
Okay. And Abaddon,
Okay,
you feel a kind of like, huh, where'd that come from? Erdnot, go ahead, sorry.
After looking at her and just shaking his head going, "God damn children," he looks up, again, not very happy to be here, and says, "Oh fuck, I was gonna say, I had it before the break." He says, "Now, is there anything that you could give us, weapon, magical, or anything that could give us an advantage that we can use against these wizards?"
You're speaking to Blagothkus?
Yes.
He looks over at you and he says, "Little man, if I had anything to use against those red wizards, I would have done it already."
Typical giant response.
Abaddon, make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, that might not go great.
Is she gonna explode? Like, I don't want to be standing next to her.
Wow, real nice. A wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
Is that the attributes? Where is that? Oh,
think
shit.
under
It says
saves.
saves. I forgot. Well, clearly I need one IRL. Okay.
I think if you open up your character sheet, it'll be there. You go.
That wasn't too bad.
Okay. So you're standing there, and you kind of turn and glance off to the side, and you can see that you are standing like right next to another, right in front of a panel with like a bunch of shiny things on it and levers and buttons, and your hand moves out kind of on its own to go like grab one of the levers on on the panel, but you pull it back and just kind of like hold on to it. It's like, you know, looking down at your arm, like it moved without your consent.
It's fucking idle hands.
It's
So
dead. We're gonna have to chase it around the walls.
Did anyone notice that she almost touched or tried to touch a jewel?
I would say where she is at right now and how focused you all are. Hold on. I'll say Zan and Vidania, with your high passive perception, you would have noticed her hand go out and then noticed her pull it kind of almost like with her other hand, pull it back in and just hold it. And then
sorry.
No, go ahead.
Was it a specific thing that I was going for?
No.
I don't know what it could be. It was just like a lever.
Yep, just something there that was shiny and looked like it might be fun.
But I stopped myself?
Yeah.
Weird.
Very cat-like.
So Blagothkus looks at you all and says, I am giving you the aid of my subjects. That is the best I can do.
We appreciate your help. We will get your love back to you.
He just nods at you all. He says, please exit the room. I must speak to Hulda and Wiggloff.
Is there anything on that shiny table that's loose?
Make a perception check.
Jesus.
And Vidania, your snuggle fur is just snuggling away. It's almost like it's oblivious to everything that's going on. It's just keeping you warm, draped across your shoulders, little purr now and again.
Unfair.
Jealous.
Mm-hmm.
You get a weird hand and I get a little snuggle buddy.
That's gonna eat you.
It would never.
Rudy doesn't
No,
want
it probably
anybody to
won't.
have fun things.
So as you guys are walking out the door, you kind of like leave your hand on the top of the table and kind of like brush your fingers across the top as you're leaving to see if anything is loose. And everything seems to be pretty solidly in that table. Like either it's a button that needs to be pressed or something that needs to be, you know, touched. You're not really sure how it all works, but nothing is loose and coming off. So you are all.
As we walk out, Arik will bow to Blagothkus, and he'll say, "Thank you. And this castle is among the most magnificent I've ever seen." And then he'll just turn and walk out with the rest.
Okay.
Or would not bow.
Well, Arik wants to try to get in these things better favor.
And as you say that, Blagothkus says, "You should be honored to be in such a magnificent castle. I am glad you see." And Wiggloff closes the door behind you, and you guys are standing in this stairwell with the three ogres who are just kind of standing there waiting.
Did
Quietly.
Blagothkus, did he tell us to wait outside? Or just leave?
No, he
just said exit.
said exit, but at the same time, these other two are gonna help you.
Right.
So
Right.
So we're waiting for them, or I thought we were like, I thought I meant get the fuck out of here and find them later.
that's up to you.
We should wait for them.
Do you
so
want
that
to
we
wait
can
down?
devise a plan.
Do you want to wait downstairs in a more open area so we're not going to get smushed in this hallway? We could tell the ogre to tell them that we went down into the, what was it, like not a foyer, but like a larger room of sorts.
Where we came in.
Yeah.
So as you guys are standing there kind of discussing this back and forth, the ogre that was up at the top there, the one that had felt the rug with Abaddon, he says, "Come see." And he smiles that like weird ogre smile.
Ugh.
And he starts walking up the stairway because there's still more stairs to go around.
Ooh, can I talk to the ogre?
You can.
Are the other
was
two
say,
gone?
is
or
it
just-
soft?
No, they're all with you. They're at the bottom of the stairs.
Is it soft? Look at that.
Is what soft? The ogre?
No, I'm asking him. He wants to show us something. I want to know if it's soft.
Oh.
Not his dick, you sickos.
Well, I'm sorry, Avi. We had to know for sure.
He says,
I can
"No,
ask
but
him
it's
about
big."
that later. Oh God.
It's big.
Can I
Very
do a
big.
perception check on that, please?
Don't think you have to.
He leads you up and around the stairwell. The other two stay down below at the end of the stairs. Sorry, you guys can see in the room, but there's nothing going on there. Ah, Abaddon!
Are
What?
we supposed to be moving ourselves?
No, I'm moving you.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Oops.
can't move yourselves at the moment.
Are we all gonna go? You guys all want to follow?
Are you all going?
I thought
assume.
we all were.
Okay.
Okay. He leads you up to the top of the stairs here, and there are some like windows that you can see looking out, but it's a little bit difficult because it's a castle, so they're mostly for, defense and being able to shoot arrows through. But he opens up this door at the end of at the top of this tower, and motions you through, and you all find yourselves standing outside on the top of this castle, looking out. And if you scroll out, you can see.
Jeez.
You look out, and the wind is like kind of whipping around. Although you would expect it to be a little bit more crazy as high up as you are. You can breathe perfectly fine. The clouds seem to be. There's no other explanation for it other than they have to be being controlled. Like the weather in your immediate vicinity around this castle is being controlled by something as you go out looking across. You can't see the ground at this point because there's fog and clouds surrounding the entirety of the castle grounds and what's underneath. But you look out and you can see it's getting dark now. As you're above the clouds, you can see the sun is setting. And actually, I can change the light here, so I will do that. So the sun is setting. Oops. And I'm just gonna change
Ooh.
how dark it's getting. I don't want it to be super dark. So hold on.
getting wrong.
Far
This is-
wherever you are.
Can I get behind, or not just hold him up? Like he's Rose.
You can see that things are starting to die down a little bit out there. The kobolds are not running around quite as much. Down below, you could see ogres still pacing around the perimeter on the top of the wall. In this direction, there are cultists moving back and forth over to the east. You see various types of weaponry on the tops of some of these towers. It's pretty impressive. To the west, you can see the Red Wizard's Tower all the way down there with the blue top. And next to it is another smaller tower with this like glass dome that covers it on the top there.
Was that the oubliette?
So the oubliette is down below on the tower that's to the east.
Okay.
Below, in between, like where the blue domed one is in between.
Gotcha.
And so that ogre steps outside as the wind is going, and it's standing there, and it looks at you all, and it says, "It's big. See? See how big?"
Yes,
Aw.
very big, friend. Yes.
Very, very pretty.
I say, so big, beautiful.
And then he points up too, and you guys can look up and you can see while there's like mist around, it kind of ends near the top, because it looks like this cloud castle does not expect things to come down and see it. It's more whatever kind of camouflage it has is for like around and below looking up. So you can see that the stars are starting to come out as the sun is setting. It's a pretty epic view. And you have no idea where you are right now. You realize in that moment.
Somewhere in the sky.
You are somewhere in the sky.
Is there any, wait a second. What about how many stars are out right now? Can we see like is there a North Star in this world?
Well, now you did make me like go do some research on like the constellations of 5e. I'm sure there is.
So
It would have to be, yes, a star that is
Yes.
brightest or closest.
well, okay, so
Might
not
not be
a specific North Star. That's not what I meant, but I meant more like a central star, like a similar kind of thing. Are there constellations? Can I look at the sky and recognize where I am?
Are you
Are you proficient in nature?
No, I thought that might be survival. But no, I am not proficient.
Xander is proficient in nature.
I would say.
Left field, huh?
That one's a
Sorry.
tough one between nature and survival, because like you're not. Are you proficient in survival?
Yes.
I would say, given your backstory. Well, I guess you could do it from the reading that you've done. That would be more like history, though. Because
I'm
this
not
is
proficient in
Abaddon's
history.
This is Abaddon's first exploration, so the survival that you would be kind of like proficient in would be more like urban type survival.
Yeah, reading this real quick, I would say like to understand the constellations, it'd probably be nature over survival.
Yeah, because she also hasn't been out and about.
Clearly, because she'd be in jail for trying to swipe everything.
Oh. You'll love her in the end, Dirty.
Yeah, I don't think you would be familiar enough. Like, although she would have spent a lot of time probably looking up at the stars. How about go ahead and make a nature check? We'll see what happens here.
Okay.
I just noticed, is Lenny purple?
She's pink. She's pink for Halloween.
She's pink? Oh, okay. I didn't notice. I just caught out of that. I wasn't watching the Twitch thing. But I just did a little battle thing, and I was like, wait a minute.
Oh shit. What is with
Right.
Abaddon today?
It must
So-
be the
It says
horns.
18. You gotta
It
plus
does?
2.
You've read a lot of books while you were kind of stuck at home. And I'll say that, like, you look up, and I don't know the names of any stars, and I tried to do a constellation search for 5e, no idea. But looking up, you do recognize so you can tell based off of where the sun is going and the stars that you're starting to see to the east, that you are heading in a southeast-ish direction.
Like the castle is going that direction? Is that
Yeah.
I found a list of
it's-
constellations if you want it.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna.
Not
if I say the wrong
necessary.
thing, then I'll totally throw off everything. So I'll just say, like, in a general sense.
Belenimba's belt. I don't know how the fuck you say that.
You sound like me.
the Thalkazar?
Sima, say that. The chalice. That one's easy.
Yeah, so you can tell that you're heading in a. What is up? What's going on?
She wants to play. Have her roll initiative.
That you're heading in a southeasterly direction. But you don't know where you are. You just know that that's the way that you're going.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna. Okay. I want to show the stars to the ogre too, and
Okay.
just say, "Look how beautiful, beautiful."
And it sits there looking. Okay, something's up with this dog. Is there any way that you can
Okay.
do something with her?
If
She's staring at me.
if we are going to be going for a direct assault, now's the time. Does anyone need any health potions? How many health potions do we have left, Abaddon?
She is like going back and forth to the door.
Me? No, not me.
Alright.
She keeps looking at me like she needs to pee, and she's going back and forth at the door.
Sorry.
Lauren's
I feel
going
weird.
straight method actor. She's going for the Oscar.
Sorry. I am
Straight
taking
Daniel
a peek.
Day-Lewis over here.
So Abaddon rifling through the bag of holding, correct?
Yep. Yep. Oops. Oops.
Oh, she had to poop. Okay. Poo man?
Is that? Is it a backpack now? I don't see it in my inventory right now.
Oh yeah, no, it's that completely gets destroyed every time an upload is made of your character sheet. I do have a bag of holding that you should be able to see if you go to Hot DQ PCs,
Okay.
but I don't know how up to date it is.
Okay.
Okay.
I think I've been keeping it pretty.
Oh, okay, yeah, so you should be able to see it there.
Oh, okay. Yep. Thank you. We have 3 remaining.
Does anyone need any?
I'll take one. I don't have any.
I'm all set.
Is everyone fully equipped? Not short on arrows, Vidania?
I could take. Do we have any?
I have 32.
Did you ever write down the ones that I gave you guys that we found in that storeroom? I think I found
7 total.
7 of them. Yeah. So whoever needs those, I mean, I gave them to you. I split them up between you guys, but I don't know, you guys, if you ever wrote it down. I figured to write down all my stuff.
Was that just the game I missed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So I don't need to
I
put
gave,
it in the bag.
No, I gave that directly to. I split it up between Zan and Vidania. It's kind of like, take the arrows.
I think I'm okay with arrows for now.
When we get in there, we're going to be going against wizards. Any protections from magic, if we have anyone with anything, we should have it on the ready. Or anything that can make us resilient. I don't believe we've gone up against as powerful spellcasters as we're about to.
Do they have any resistances, Sam?
I don't know. I don't know much about the Red Wizards. And I don't know if we can trust that. Oh, now I can't remember his name.
Blagothkus?
Asbarados?
Yeah,
Yes.
that one.
I don't know if we can trust he will be as friendly as he was the last time. He said, "The enemy of my enemy is my friend," but that does not mean that it's going to change. I still feel as though he's in it for his own interests.
Aye, but that very old statement means that the cult is his enemy.
It means that the cult is his enemy, but it doesn't mean that he owes us anything. He's going to go as far as he needs to. We should be wary.
I'm always wary. Are the ogres within earshot? Are they like looking at shiny things in the sky, or?
There's only one, and he's about like 15 feet away. But you get the impression that he's not listening to you. He's looking up at the stars, yeah.
We have an alternative that I'm gonna whisper this. There is one other thing we could do here. We find the giant's bride or whatever she is. We destroy her. This castle falls out of the sky. We get out of here on some dragons. Boom. Giants, dragons, cultists, wizards. No more problem.
And what if we land on top of a city with a castle?
We will try not to.
You're gonna go look out over the edge.
We will be very careful about it.
Very careful with dropping a castle about a mile out out of the sky.
We could be over in the forest. There's a lot of this world that's uninhabited.
There's no guarantee that the wyverns would even listen to us. Remember the guard drakes back in the cave. They weren't keen on our commands. We can't guarantee that we would be able to get away safely. I think we made an agreement with the giant. I know it's not in in your nature to trust giants or not, but we have to for now.
Giants enslaved dwarfs long, long ago. That is something my kind does not forget.
And I was enslaved by half giants. I understand. I do. But this is bigger than us right now.
Literally. Sorry.
He just throws up his hands and he goes, "The spirits of my fathers and grandfathers, oh, they're going to be turning in the dirt."
They'll admire your strength for putting up with an enemy for the greater good. They'll look down upon you and smile or not.
Look down.
It's true, Ernie. Sometimes people just have to grow.
Where's Roll to 1?
Well, that's Saturdays.
He doesn't usually come until Saturday.
He's infected us with his puns. Either way, I gave my word to help reunite him with the soul, whatever it is, of his loved one, of his woman. And I have to see that through.
It's so romantic, Artie. Don't you want to help?
No.
You understand love. You know love. Who cares about the past? You can move on.
You don't know dwarfs.
No, but I know you, Ernie.
You see the ogre kind of just been wandering around, comes over and just is standing next to you all, puts its hand on on Vidania's shoulder.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, it's standing up, it's tall, so it just kind of like reaches down and looks down at you, Vidania. And then for a moment, it kind of is just looking at your face, and then it kind of peers down and looks at you, and is about maybe 2 feet away from your face with its face. So not super close, but you can smell this like rancid breath, and it looks down at your face and it says, "You got haircut?" And then it kind of just like reaches up and like lifts up your hair a little bit and like is playing with it for a moment and then drops it and is like, "Looks good."
Totally getting a King Kong vibe there.
And it's looking at you like it recognizes you when it says that.
Aric's eyes are gonna go wide when he realizes what all that just meant. Like, oh shit.
Were we all able to hear that?
Yeah, you're all standing right there. And you couldn't miss this interaction if you wanted to, because it's like 10, 11 foot tall ogres just like right next to Vidania, like, huh.
Xander is going to ask their new ogre friend, "Have you seen this woman here before?"
She's right here. I see her. Do you not see her?
Have you seen her before today?
It just kind of looks at you, like, before today?
When she had a different hairstyle.
Yeah.
Where did you see her?
Here.
Talk like you're talking to an idiot child.
I see her here.
When did you last see her?
too complicated of terms.
Now. I see her now.
You're a very smart ogre.
What about
When-
before? When did you
when
see
did
her
you
before?
when did you see her before the haircut?
Many days ago.
Was this before or after?
Too much, it's gonna head explode.
It's like, you come with me. And it starts walking back towards the door. And as it does, you see another one of the ogres that had been following you peeks its head out. It's like, come. And it continues on out.
Zan is going to look at Vidania and say, "Your sister has been here."
That's what it sounds like.
Speaking
I don't
of
think we'll get much
you-
information from him about her, though.
Not at all. Alright, well, I guess I'll just follow the ogre back in.
All right. So when you enter back into this area and head down the stairs, flanked by your ogre like caravan here, you do pass by the doorway again, which is closed. You do not see Blagothkus as you head down the spiral stairs, going back to the floor that housed his chambers, and they lead you continuously down to that open floor. Oops. That you had entered in through the front door. And there, let me just build it up. Go ahead.
Are you guys hearing Izzy through like twice?
No.
That's really
No.
weird. I hear. Oh,
Give me 1 second. I have to change venues.
Okay.
I didn't realize I had the audio on my Twitch. The Twitch was playing. Through the headphones too.
So, the two. Oh wait a second. Hold on. Whoops. I did not mean for that to get so dark.
But
Oh,
it's so
it's
pretty.
Those lighting effects are
Oh,
really
that
cool.
is pretty.
It's like Christmas.
Are we gonna be going till midnight, just about?
Yeah, I'll end it in about 15 minutes or so, depending on what you guys want to do.
That's alright. I'm gonna grab Lee another blanket, so give me a second.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 second. 1 second, sweetheart. Yep.
It's picturing with these ogres. We here now. You watching? There. There has not happened yet. When are we gonna get there? Soon.
I mean, they're not wrong.
And Vidania, yes, when the ogre's hand touched your shawl, you felt a little quiver, but there was no action besides that.
All right, good. I thought for sure.
I know you were all waiting for it.
Well, I was like picturing if it does something like, so it's like, oh,
Yeah.
pointy.
Yeah, the ogres are not as big as the giants, but they're still pretty big. They're bigger than you.
Everything's bigger than me.
So as you descend, it's gotten darker as you go down the stairs. Most of the light is again coming from the blue flames throughout here. They bring you down into the open area here. And just let me know when the other two are back, and I'll bring your.
I'm back. Sorry.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know how somebody with so much body heat also gets cold so easily.
It's all escaping.
Doesn't make much physical sense to me, but I guess that's not physics. What is that? Geothermal, geothermics, women.
Physics.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey!
See how I
And standing at the bottom of the stairs, there is Wiglof and Hulda, who are kind of just waiting for you, looking a little bit nervous, but also looking like ready. You hear them, Vidania and Zan and Giant, they dismiss the ogres, telling them to go tell the others to be ready for orders from the master.